Muscarelle in the house. Virtual art camp. Do not attempt to adjust your computer screens, because we are in there. Hey folks, my name is Steve Prince, and I'm the Director of Engagement at the Muscarelle Museum at William and Mary. Hey, we have a wonderful show lined up for you today. Today we're going to continue our exploration in not 1 point, but, say it with me, 2-point perspective. Yes, we're going to follow 2-point perspective, and I'm going to show you how to make, get ready for it, guys. I'm going to show you how to make a house with the roof and a chimney and windows on the side and the front door and sidewalk on the front and the back of the house. Are you ready to make this fantastic drawing? Come on. Someone get your materials out. What you're gonna need is a pencil, number 2 or softer. You're gonna need paper of any size, and you're going to need an eraser. All right, come on guys, let's get it all set up. Come on. Let's go, folks. Let's get it on. It's time to make some drawings. It's time to make some art. All right, so I'm gonna put this in place, and I'm gonna get out my magical marker. Yes, the magical marker that allows me to make the beautiful things of this world, to witness, to explore. But guess what? Most importantly, we need you. Okay, so here we go. One of the first things we got to establish before I put a mark on this page, we got to understand something. There's a word I need some help. I got to find something. It's this imaginary line that exists out in space, and I just need somebody with some kid energy, somebody with some knowledge and understanding of what I've been trying to teach. Thank you. I appreciate that. You just gave me such relief. You gave me such confidence and understanding, knowing that you understand something about the horizon line. Yes, the horizon line, this imaginary line that exists out in the space that you look straight out and is parallel to the ground, whether you are seated or standing. It is that line that exists out there that we need to establish on our paper. All right, so with that being said, let's get it down, and we're gonna pull it across. It's gonna be about midway, slightly above, all right? So I'm gonna lock my wrist. Remember that key thing, lock the wrist, and we're gonna pull that line straight across the page to get it into place. There you go. Now you're talking. Now, last class on Wednesday, when I showed you how to make the 2 boxes, one that was floating above the horizon line, one was down below the horizon line, we're gonna do something a little different when we get this one started. One of the first things we're gonna do, we're gonna take our vertical line and not put it up above, not put it below, but we're gonna straddle it. Straddle it basically means that we're gonna run it straight across this horizon line. So I'm gonna pull it like right here, just like so. That part is very key in terms of establishing your drawing and begin to establish how you're going to make this house exist in space. That is one edge of the house. So if you're standing at the edge of someone's house and looking at it, there's one part of the house that goes in one direction and one that goes in the opposite direction. So this side over here is going to be the front of the house, and this is going to be the side of the house. So I need to establish a point over here, and I need to establish a point over here. Okay? So I'm gonna go from the apex or the top of it, and I'm gonna pull down to that point. Remember, lock the wrist, draw nice and lightly, don't draw too darkly, and if you make a little slight mistake, don't worry about it. Take your eraser, knock it down, and fix that line. But you can use what is called a finding line and make that line go over and over again until you have it realized onto your paper. Now, down at the bottom of it, we're gonna take that line, we're gonna pull it straight up to that point, lock the wrist, and pull it straight back into space. All right? Do it over and over and over again until you get it. Then from the apex again, we're going to go down to the opposite side. So we got one side established. Now we're trying to get the front side worked out. We're pulling it down, and then we're going to go from the bottom, and we're going to pull up. Okay? Now, these 2 ideas of these planes, that's one plane going in one direction that's bigger here and getting smaller and smaller. And then you have another plane that's coming here, is big here, and is going down and getting smaller and smaller, going the opposite direction. We need to end off the front portion of this house. So I'm going to end it right about here. And then I'm going to end the side of the house. If I ended it like right here, we're back to drawing the box again. So I'm going to make this side a little bit longer, and I'm going to end it right about there. Make sure this is parallel, all to each other. Keep those things nice and vertical, and that's going to help you make this house structure look really good. All right? So we got to begin to establish the roof on this house. And so I got something to help you get like the front of the house. I'm going to go right from the center of this shape that's in the front of the house, and we're going to pull it straight up to the center, just like that. Okay? Then we want to establish like the apex of the roof. Most roofs have an A-frame at the top. So it goes up to a point and comes back down, and it's called an A-frame. Most roofs. Now, all roofs are not this way, but most roofs for people's homes are an A-frame. So we're going to go from this point right here, we're going to pull up, and we're going to pull down right there. So now we got the front apex or the front triangle or the front A-shaped structure to make the front of the house. So I know a lot of folks just like really getting this already. It's like, oh my goodness, this is really, really cool. It's all going to come together. So what you need to do, you need to take from this point right here, and we're going to pull all the way down to that point. You see how the roof just popped up? Now you got to finish this roof off. So one key thing is, you see this angle here? You want to repeat that angle, and you want to put it right there. So this angle should repeat that angle. Okay? So darken that end, darken this end, darken that end, and now you have your basic house structure. Okay, folks? You see how this is coming? I'm telling you, I'm trying to show you how to make these things pop out and how to make them look real. And so when you go outside and you look at a house and stand at a house at about that angle right there, you're going to see the house go off in that direction. You'll see it go in that direction. Just go outside. Run outside right now. Just run out there and go look at your house. I'll wait for you. Don't go too far. All right, you back? Good. All right, so when you make this drawing, and you're going to make this whole thing work out, we're going to now begin to work out the windows on the side of the house. Now, remember, you got to make sure that everything is dictated by these same rules. If something is above the horizon line, you want to go down to the horizon line. If something is below the horizon line, you want to go up to the horizon line. So how many windows are we going to create on the side? Come on, give me some numbers, guys. Not one window. No, we can't just do one window. Come on now. Give me some more windows than that. 17. No, there's too many windows on the side of the house. Give me 3. Come on, that sounds better. All right, give me 3 windows over here. All right, so pull this over here. So go like this. 1 and 2 and 3. Now, I want you to notice I did something very, very particular. I did not try to define the tops of the windows. All I defined was how wide the window's going to be. All right, that's the only thing I established, how wide they're going to be. And I made sure I spaced them a little bit because, you know, when you have the windows on the house, you don't have like one window too super close to another one. You know, they tend to be spaced along the side of the house kind of evenly and make it look really nice and good. All right, so I want to take from the top of the windows. I'm going to start on this one because this window, because it's on the side that's biggest, I'm going to go from that side and I'm going to go down to my point over here. And then I'm going to go from the bottom of my windows. If I establish that this is the full length of the window, then I'm going to go up to my point over here. So let's accentuate the windows. 1 and 2 and 3. I hope y'all seeing how this thing is coming out. Come on, people, follow along. Now, here's something very key that people need to make mistakes when they learn how to do the windows. They make it and get all excited and they forget some of the rules. Don't forget the rules. So if we make a vertical in here, that vertical is parallel to the other verticals. Another vertical, this is going to begin to establish the window panes. All right? And we make another vertical inside. Now, when you want to make the actual window panes, don't forget to have it be dictated by the perspective as well. Don't forget that. So if I have some window pieces right here, don't just take your window and make all this beautiful stuff happen. Like you make a window like this, and you make a window, and you put that vertical in there, and then you go across like that. What you've done is you contradicted what the angle that's supposed to begin to follow down to that point. So come from here and pull down to the point, and go from here and pull up to the point. So you got some window panes, some window panes, some window panes. Window panes, window panes, window panes. All inside of there. See how beautiful it is? Don't forget to pull those points. Pull the point, pull the point, pull the point. All those things relate in the making of the shape of the windows. So let's go to the front of the house. The front of the house is going to be over here. So let's make a door. Remember, make a vertical and make a vertical. Remember, the top of the door is above the horizon line. So you want to go from this point over here that's closest to the biggest side, and you want to go down to the horizon line. The bottom is already going up. We already got this into the door. So let's accentuate the door a little bit more, and let's put a little doorknob on there. Bam. All right, and then over here in the front of the window, I'm gonna put a little oval shape right here, or an ellipse. And I'm gonna pull a little mark here and a little mark there. Make sure that goes down to that point. Again, don't forget to make those angles that follow. If something's above the line, horizon line, then it needs to go down to it, okay? Now, I think the house needs one more window. Let's put one more window in the front of the house right here. So we're gonna pull a vertical and a vertical. Okay, vertical and a vertical. And we're gonna go from the top, pull down, the bottom, which direction? That's right, go up, just like that. All right, and then we're gonna get the window pieces inside of there, go down, got this one going across, and we got this one coming up. So I'm gonna pull a vertical inside. Here's the side of the window, here's the other side of the window, and I'm gonna got 1 line, 2 lines, and 3 lines, and 4. And I have my whole window. All right, so we got a few more things to get. Let's make this line a little bit darker. Let's make that line a little bit darker. Lock the wrist and make sure you make a nice, strong, valued line coming across here. Yes, and yes, and yes. So make it all stand out. Darken those things up. And you may need to take your eraser and knock that down so that it doesn't become so distracting visually. All right, so I got my horizon line. Let me just darken that in a little bit. Let me darken my horizon line in a little bit, and so forth, so on. Just make it stand out a little bit more. All right, now I'm gonna make a chimney on top of the house. All right, so I'm gonna pull right here. That's one edge of the chimney. And then I'm gonna go to the top of it. I'm gonna go down to my horizon line. And this other part of the chimney, the bottom part, down to the horizon line. Okay? And then for the top part of the chimney, going the opposite way, down to the horizon line. And then I'm gonna finish it off, and I'm gonna finish it off. But right here, remember that angle here is gonna tie into that angle and that angle. All these 3 will relate to get the bottom part of the chimney. And then, let's say the chimney is made out of brick, and so we're gonna pull the line going down and down and down and down, and we're gonna go the opposite way, down and down and down and down, okay? And then we're gonna darken those bricks in, put a little half drop, darken it in, half drop, and then come over here, darken it in, half drop, darken it in, half drop, darken it in, just like that, all the way across. And so now we have the bricks all established on our chimney. Okay, now of course we can put more details on here. I'm gonna leave that for you, so you can go back and put some siding on here. You can put some roofing shingles up there. You can really hook it up. All right, so let's create a little sidewalk on the side of the house. So we take this right here and we're gonna pull out just like that. And then we're gonna come from here in the front of the house. And we're gonna pull all the way across, and we're gonna pull out. Okay, there's a little sidewalk, and then we're gonna make a little thickness to it, pull it up, a little thickness to it, and pull it up. Now, in order to get the different breaks of the sidewalk, it's just not straight concrete. They will have these little breaks inside of here, and they will come out like a fan. So pull it across, pull it across, pull it across, pull it across, all the way across like that. And then the opposite way, pull it across, 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 and across, and across. So we're gonna darken those in. Boom, 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 boom. And then pull those in, nice and dark. And now you have your sidewalk all on the side of your house. Isn't that cool? See how really great that is? And let's say I wanna put a little bush over here like that, And I'm going to darken that little bush in. And let's say I put a little bush in the back of the house. And we can keep going and going and going and add more and more stuff into this house and around it. Just let your imagination go. So I just gave you the foundations of understanding how to get this plane to go in that direction, how to get this in that direction, but how to use our 2 points in terms of perspective. Okay, folks? So this is just the start. I just want you to continue the exploration, continue to add details, continue to go look, and literally go outside, look at your community, look around you. And you'll see that art is all around you. Muscarelle in the house. Virtual art camp.